so nice.
Hey, thanks.
You're welcome. Hey, Ann, how's it going?
Hi, good. How are you guys? Sorry about that.
Hey, I'm good.
Hey, look at this. Is where all the action happens, right here.
Mm-hmm. All the development.
Yeah, the
said.
think tank.
You guys working on some PD right now?
I am actually, yeah.
I am too, working on tomorrow's night active learning stuff.
Just made a handout for someone to use, so all kinds of stuff.
It's actually kind of a rare day when we're all three in one place to be able to work on something together. It's kind of nice. Sort of miss you guys.
I miss you too.
So what are we talking about today?
Well, this episode is dedicated to growing professionally and professional development opportunities, how we can expand our skills and our knowledge as professionals.
I know last week we just came off of MEA, which is an opportunity to network with a lot of people from all over the state. So talk about meeting up with professionals. It was so interesting to talk with people who do what we do and people who are still classroom teachers, kindergarten, in fact pre-K, all the way up through post-secondary. So it was kind of cool to be able to network with all of them.
I loved seeing the pre-service teachers. So those ones who are either student teaching or will be student teaching next year. Those are awesome.
I like talking to people just about the variety of ways that professional development is given in different districts. You know, it's to see
if it's given. That is a lucky thing about Billings. When we went to northwestern Montana, there is no availability for any sort of professional development. So.
Yeah, we have found out. We were so lucky in Billings, actually, in a lot of ways. When we were in Missoula, we had network issues and we had facility issues, and we noticed that there was a huge disparity in what opportunities our colleagues around the state had as far as professional development. So when you sit back and look, sometimes we complain about things, but we're really darn lucky here. So one of the cool things that happened at MEA was the big Teacher of the Year celebration.
Yes. Craig Beals from Senior High was the 2014 Teacher of the Year, so that's very exciting for Billings and for Senior.
Well deserved. In fact, should we meet him?
Yes. Personable, funny, humble, down-to-earth, efficient, self-reflective. These are all words that describe Craig Beals to a T. According to those who know Senior High School Earth and Science teacher, he is someone who just gets teaching. Described as a natural-born teacher, Craig is innovative, relevant, and connected. He takes chances in his teaching, and his enthusiasm is contagious. Because of these traits and many others, Craig was selected as the 2015 Montana Teacher of the Year. He has traveled the world in pursuit of learning, going to remote locations such as Belize, Mongolia, Greenland, Borneo, and Africa. A true scientist in every sense of the word, Craig takes his word of research to make science real for his students. In one popular class project, Craig does a hands-on chemistry of blank, where students choose an object or substance that interests them. Blacktop, hairspray, coffee, you name it. Everything students learn gets applied to their projects. They then make websites to document and showcase their learning. Always the researcher, Craig decided to make a project of analyzing how students' moods and emotional intelligence align with weather, air pressure, and newsworthy events. He does this because he genuinely believes that students learn best when they feel like someone cares about them. He uses data gathered from a self-created app to build relationships and customize his teaching to his students where they are now on any given day. Self-made app? Did you hear that? Yes, there is an app for that, and Craig made it happen. It has been said that this dedicated teacher takes everything a step too far in the right way. He immerses his students in real science and causes them to just keep thinking and learning. Always the model, Craig himself is constantly thinking about how to do teaching better. Some people go to conferences to learn to be better teachers, but according to colleague Shondell Krumhauer, all they really need to do is spend some time watching Craig Beals, 2015 Montana Teacher of the Year.
One of the things that anybody who knows Craig Beals has talked about is is to come into his room and to watch him teach is probably some of the best professional development somebody could do, because not only is he so deserving of an award for the way that he interacts with kids, but the traits and the qualities he models as a teacher, it's something that we could all really learn from. So if you ever get a chance to go in and observe at senior high and watch Craig Beals work his magic, it could be well worth the time.
I was able to watch Craig Beals on my first day with students at senior high. We had a huge assembly, and we walked into the auditorium, and this guy who I didn't know was like this, I don't even know how to describe it, but he was running the entire freshman class in this assembly. And I remember saying to a colleague, who is this guy? Like, where'd you hire him from? And it was Craig Beals, so that was pretty cool to see.
It's really exciting. So congratulations to Senior and congratulations to Craig. And we're lucky to be in a state where we've got a lot of really excellent educators like that. We've had a few Teacher of the Year people that have been selected here, haven't we?
Yeah, last year was Eileen Sheehy from West High, and in 2008 was Dr. Steve Gardner from Senior.
That's really exciting. I know we all attended MEA. A lot of it's a long way to drive all the way from here to Missoula, and there were a lot of people from Billings who actually came. I was impressed. I'd run into someone in the hall, and so I asked them, why did you come all this way?
MEA so that I can attract more followers for Ann Brucker's Twitter feed.
I go for the learning because I want to know something more, and I go for the connecting with people and the networking, and just for the fun because I get to be away from home.
Even though home comes with you.
Well, for one reason, I wanted to do the workshops here at MEA, and I have a great friend that lives here, and I kind of like Missoula.
You know, I was excited to present a session and got to collaborate with CCED, Montana Council for Computers in Education. It's nice to get together and just network and reestablish that commitment and drive and enthusiasm to get more people involved.
Because I get good professional development from my colleagues, and I get to present to my colleagues.
To, stimulate the teaching aspects of me that get squelched during the year and to take it existing.
I come to MEA every year because I love the opportunity to collaborate with other educators, meet people from around the state, and share ideas for the classroom with them.
This conference is one of the last in the country that provides the type of professional development that teachers actually want. It's designed by teachers. Our curriculum groups design the entire conference, so the sessions are designed by the curriculum groups themselves. The teachers, the members of those groups present. So it's the kind of professional development that actually is meaningful and it's useful to teachers.
I was also really excited to see a lot of my colleagues there, and a lot of them who actually attended a lot of trainings here locally, but then still chose to go to MEA. So that was pretty cool. Like you, Charles.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, grabbing those extra opportunities, not just counting the hours, but making your hours count, I think is important. Rather than just checking off a list of the required, really seeking out those opportunities to grow professionally. So.
Mm-hmm. One of the other cool things that I got to do at MEA, which is another opportunity for growth, is we've talked about the Montana Ed Chat, but the gals who coordinated the Montana Ed Chat and actually got it started in our state, Jessica Anderson and Krista Anderson, not related, did a session on Montana Ed Chat. And so to actually meet those people that have participated in those conversations in real life was really kind of fun. And it was like, I know you! So I talked with a couple of them too.
Montana Ed Chat has been transformative for me, at least, as far as extending the network of teachers so that we can start bringing down the walls in education.
Montana Ed Chat is a fantastic way to authenticate your learning and to really hack your education.
So, Montana Ed Chat, I can't remember when I found it. It was sometime last year, probably in the spring. And for me, it was like, oh, there are other people who are like-minded, who are really passionate about teaching and about school and about, their brain doesn't shut off when they leave school. They're always talking about it. And they're right here in this state.
Montana Ed Chat is a great opportunity for educators from the farthest corners of this state and beyond the state lines even, to get together and exchange ideas.
The people you find on there are the people that have they're like-minded and they're not judgmental and they're not being there other because they want to learn and they want to grow and they want to help other people learn and grow. And that's why I love MEA Chat so much.
It's also a great way to here's what I did today that was really cool, and it keeps everything really, really positive, which has been super fun.
And learn what other people across the state are doing, not just with instructional technology, but with adapting to change across all areas, whether it be curriculum, professional development, technology, blended learning, all of these different shifts. So we can get ideas and then support each other with implementation of these ideas. It's been just such an exciting opportunity for all of us.
In addition to MEA, which we just recently had, there are lots of other opportunities for professional development. What are some that are coming up or that we've done so far?
Wow, where to even start? We've done a lot of the Google training. I've done several iPad courses. We've got a Google one that we're doing tonight.
And Shelley, you have a Wired Wednesday. What's that about?
Once a month at MSU Billings, there is a Wired Wednesday from 5:30 to 8, and either Mark Kane or I will be sharing some different tech tools. So I'm pretty excited for active learning tomorrow.
That's good.
And in the summer, I know there was a lot offered. There was the Math Summit. We had our Technology Summit. So I bet it's been over 200 some hours of offerings.
Yeah, there's a lot of opportunities. One that's coming up that I think we have to advertise a little bit is the Tech Cadre. And the reason I say we have to advertise it a bit is because it's Saturdays. It's 5 Saturdays throughout the course of the year, which to a lot of people, they're like, no way would I waste a Saturday coming to learn about technology. But it's really fun. And it's people who, because it's on a Saturday, they're a little more laid back, and they're usually people who are very eager to learn. So working in groups on ways that they can introduce some new technology and integrate that into their classes and in ways that they might not have thought of it's really going to be a fun time.
Yeah. And we get a good draw of people from the region and kind of the area, so it's not just always Billings teachers. So it's fun to see those people and network with them and see what they have to offer and what they bring in their experiences. So someone who has a true interest in helping us grow as professionals is our very own Director of Curriculum, Kim Anthony. So we had a chance to chat with her about her role and what she does and her thoughts on professional growth and development.
Meet the person who helps our skills, knowledge, and ideas come together through professional development.
Hi, I'm Kim Anthony, and I'm the Executive Director of Curriculum and Instruction for Billings Public Schools.
So what does being such a director entail?
A lot. It involves all the professional development for both teachers and paraprofessionals. It includes all the curriculum K through 12, all subject areas, textbooks, resources, pretty much everything that has to do with teaching and learning.
With all of the areas she oversees, how does Kim go about determining what's most important when it comes to professional development?
A lot of it has to do with doing surveys of teachers or looking at data to find out where are our needs for professional development, and then finding people within our own district that can provide that, because we really have this bank of experts within our own realm. And so most of our professional development, unless it's something that has to do with a publication material like a new textbook, is within our own district. And so we reach out to those people and offer them, hours for their prep or something else to present those ideas, because really it's best for teachers to be teaching teachers.
I asked Kim what she feels is the main area of focus for professional development.
Probably math, just because with the new Montana content standards, the way that we're delivering math is different. And so we're really focusing on the mathematical practices and going deeper rather than just covering subject matter. And then with the technology levy, really looking at training teachers to use technology to enhance their curriculum. It's not something in addition to that they're doing, it's something to help them build lessons that are more engaging for students and help them learn more and at a deeper level. I think our professional development model is really, we've looked at research to find out what's the most effective, and instead of trying to do that sit and get one workshop, We tried to make sure that it's across the entire year, that teachers are asked to do something within their classrooms, be reflective. They might have to, do something with their class on something, and then coming back and sharing those ideas with other teachers, because it's really that reflection on what you're doing and analyzing what your students are doing in order for us to get better as a profession. And so that's why it's critical that we do things throughout the year, and then it's not dropped at the end of the year. It's something that we continuously go back to, because if it's important enough for kids, we need to make sure that that's our focus on a long range.
In addition to sort of the formal planned classes, there are other ways to connect professionally with others. What are some ways that you all reach out and get your news and growth and ideas? What are some ways you do that?
Social networking, for sure. Okay. I recently joined Twitter, as I've mentioned, but Facebook. So we have a BPS-TIS page where I try to post a tool or a tip or something every single day, and people have posted questions on there. So reaching out outside of the walls of your classroom locally.
I think different newsletters that I subscribe to, like Tech and Learning, EdSurge, a lot of those that are just nice, quick little, here are the top 10 articles, or here are 2 new apps. I find really easy to just quickly glance at and explore and bookmark and share later. So those little networks like that. Yeah.
What about you, Shelley?
I think we're all using Google+. It's one of our favorite things, including part of Google+, it's part of our Google Suite is the Google Hangouts, which is really cool. You connected with your own professional learning network throughout the United States.
Yeah. So I was curious because I think in this job we learned so much from Desiree, but now that Desiree's back in the classroom, a lot of what I feel like we do is kind of inventing a lot of the time. And so I wanted to know who else is out there in the country that does the jobs that we do, and what does that look like? What's their job title? What's the structure of their day? Do they have a scope and sequence for how they introduce technology to their students, kindergarten through 12th grade? And so we actually planned a Google Hangout, and there were 6 or 7 of us, I think, that we got to meet face to face. We had a lady from Houston, someone from Ohio, a couple gals from Wyoming. It was really cool to talk live to people and ask questions of them from all over. And we found some really critical differences, I think, in what we do, and some ways that we can be more efficient, and maybe they could take cues from us as well. So that was cool.
It was a lot of fun to just hear, what it is like in other places and find those things that we have in common or ideas to try out. Technology and education are both changing so quickly. It's fun to kind of get a feel for the pulse of what's happening other places. So.
I think, too, one thing that I would say, if you are truly interested in developing professionally, sometimes it has to take place outside of your work hours. And so we find ourselves on a Sunday night at 7 o'clock chatting with people from all over the country, or attending a class on a Saturday, or into the evening. To truly grow professionally, we don't have time during our day to seek that growth and the collaboration and the networking. So it's neat to see people who are willing to come to a class on Saturday, or stay a little longer, or meet up on a weeknight.
Right. And I would say from experience and observation, it pays off in the classroom. So those little bits of time that might not fall, in those contract hours, really do pay off in terms of time saving and increasing the quality of instruction.
So if you weren't lucky enough to get to go to Missoula, or perhaps you wanted to stay local and catch some trainings here in town, we still have opportunities to sign up for MEA Trade. I think that goes quite a ways into the year, doesn't it, to make up those hours?
It does. I'm going to sort of cut back on the MEA Trade and be offering through community education instead. So that's where you might be able to find some of our courses. Now that MEA is over, we have new opportunities that will be available regionally, not just through the MEA Trade.
Every year, teachers from Billings Public Schools get the opportunity to take part in excellent professional development offered at both the state and local level. By state law, the district has to offer full-time teaching staff 7 days of PIR. 2 of them are orientation before the start of school, 3 of them are PIR days in January, April, and June, and then the remaining 2 PIR days must be selected from a couple of different options. You may either attend the MEA-MFT Educators Conference or other professional conference, or take advantage of the BPS-MEA trade opportunities. This tutorial will show you how to sign up for the MEA trade opportunities. To access the MEA Trade site, you're going to navigate to the Billings Public Schools homepage. From there, if you click on Staff, you'll see a menu of opportunities, one of which, at the bottom, is MEA Trade. Here, you'll log in with the username and password you use for all of your other district accounts. Once you're logged in, you'll see a listing of all of the currently available opportunities. At this point, there are only 2 courses that are available, one of which is actually not available because it happened back in August, but the other is coming up. If you'd like to sign up for this class, all you have to do is click Sign Up. Before actually signing up for a course, sometimes it's a good idea to see how many hours you still have left to fulfill your requirement. You can access this by clicking on My Info. In this case, I see there are 4 hours remaining to be filled. So now if I click back on Courses, I can look to see how many hours the class I want to sign up for is worth. This one is 6. I have to get a total of 12, so with the 8 I've already taken, the 6 credits I'll take in the class I signed up for will be more than plenty. Now if you change your mind about a course or realize that you aren't going to actually be able to take the course, you'll need to cancel your attendance for that session. This will free up a spot for someone else. Now even though it says I have 12 hours remaining, all I have to do is refresh the page to be able to have it show the correct number of hours. Here, it's a good idea to click on the Class Rosters tab on the left, find the course that you signed up for, and verify that your name is actually on the list. You will also find a list of other participants who will be in that class. If you don't see an MEA trade course that fits your needs, you have a couple of options. You can either offer to teach one, or you can contact Kim Anthony about possible options that would serve as a special request. You would click on the Special Request tab and input your information here. Finally, if you have any other questions about PIR, MEA Trade, or anything else related to these subjects, you can click on the Frequently Asked Questions page. There's several options to choose from. Now hold up, we're not quite finished, and this is brand new this year. If you want to receive Step Up or OPI credit, you're going to need to complete a Request for Course Approval form. This was previously done on paper, but has now been moved online this year. To access the online form, go to the Billings Public Schools website, click on Quick Links on the far right, scroll down to Credit Approval Requests, and then you'll log in with your user ID and password, same one you use for all of your district accounts. Complete all of the requested information on the form and submit it. If you have questions, you can go over to the Procedures tab on the far right and be sure to pay attention to the notice at the bottom of the page. Be doubly and triply sure that you fill this form out prior to the start of the course, otherwise you will not receive credit. All you have to do now is show up. The presenter of the course will pass around an attendance sheet. Be sure you sign in and pay good attention. There's some good stuff out there.
One thing too I think I'd like to put out there is we have a lot of really knowledgeable people in our district who have a lot of really great skills, and you also get credit, not just MEA Trade credit, but also OPI credit and or Step Up for presenting. So if you have something that you're doing in your class that's working really well, not just technology related, but something
anything
that makes you more effective with kids that other people could learn from, you could actually present on that and get credit yourself and share the wealth of what you know. So we had a contest last week.
We did.
And
the winner is, but wait, before we say the winner, the winner, my students did create Powtoons on internet safety.
created using Powtoon.
They had so much fun creating them, and they didn't do it for the prize, although I will give them donuts. But our winner is
Judy
Triglow!
Judy is a librarian at Meadowlark Elementary. She, right away, the first day after the show aired, she had sent us her posters that she made with our kids, so that's awesome.
Yeah.
Way to go,
Nice job.
And class
Yeah.
is. Okay, and then Charles, the face of education.
So Face of Education, just as a reminder, a way to help us connect professionally with people and also helps in sharing and sending emails. This is the second time we've done it. The randomly picked school was Burlington Elementary.
My alma mater.
I had to go through 7 randomly picked staff members before I found someone with a picture, and so congratulations to Tracy Townsley, who is the face of education, had her picture as her profile. So don't miss out on those chances. We're actually going to take the winners and have a larger drawing at the end of the year. So
for something big.
For something bigger, yeah. So we'll give you some little tips and hints on how to get that picture changed if you still haven't done that yet.
Okay, so how about our next contest?
I know, I'm kind of excited about this one. Is for us to look at some of our new teachers or our non-tenured, so that would be 3 years or less in Billings Public Schools, and have you tell us what they're doing that's so amazing in their classroom. One of the advantages we have is we just have a huge variety of teachers, and sometimes some of our most ingenious or innovative teachers are our young ones. So please send us a name or fill out this form of a newer teacher that's doing amazing things so that we can recognize them.
Yep, and share the wealth.
Yeah.
And we'll give them a prize. And how about you a prize for nominating them?
Yes, great. I love that idea.
Okay, excellent. So I think our next show should be focused on newbies.
I think so,
someone
too.
who's maybe new to our district who doesn't know, or someone like me who's been around for a long, long time but didn't know that you could use your MEA trade courses for Step Up. And
yeah, new stuff.
New stuff. All right, that sounds good. Get back to work.